Welcome to Crops, Cat on Charley. I'm Charley Martinez, and I'm joined today by Andrew Griffith and the University of Tennessee crop economist Aaron Smith with the Department of Agricultural and Resource Economics. Today, Dr. Smith is going to be discussing price declines in Tennessee row crops during COVID-19. So, Dr. Smith, the COVID-19 pandemic has affected all segments of agriculture, but what has happened to the crop prices since January?
Well, it has affected all sectors, but it maybe hasn't affected all sectors equally. There is a big difference between having an immediate impact, such as in dairy, where if you dump out milk, that production and that revenue stream is lost. Whereas crops, they're either in storage, the old crop, the 2019, or we are just planting that crop right now. So we haven't maybe fully realized the decline, or the effect of the decline in prices over this time period. But when we look at what the price declines have been since the start of January, we're looking at soybeans down about 11%, wheat down about 12%, corn down about 20%, and cotton down about 21% when you look at the end of this week. Now, the good news on that is that we have seen it bounce back off the lows. When we looked at kind of between January 1st and May 10th, what we ended up finding was cotton did get as low as 32% below what the price was in January. Corn was down over 24%, wheat down 13%, and soybeans down 13%. So we have maybe potentially seen some bottoming in the numbers. Hopefully, we can end up seeing some improved prices. But right now, hopefully, we can just maintain that bottom and not go any lower.
So, Dr. Smith, you talk about prices potentially having reached a bottom. Do you really think the bottom is reached, and is there a potential for a price recovery going forward?
Well, that's a difficult question to answer, and there are some things that are very concerning right now. As a result of COVID-19, we've seen tremendous demand destruction for crops, particularly when you look at commodities like corn and cotton. Obviously, with the collapse in energy prices, ethanol use is way down. This gets backed up into stocks. We also have a large crop potentially coming in the U.S. this year when you look at some of the planting estimates, in addition to strong production from South America and places in Eastern Europe like Ukraine. So there's some real challenges from a demand side, and a lot of what's going to dictate whether we've obtained or achieved that bottom and how prices react is how quickly can we restore that demand for those products, both from an ethanol standpoint and from an export standpoint. Kind of the wild card in this is how quickly we get back to some degree of normalcy in demand. And then when we look at it even further, you can say, well, what's going to happen with that phase one trade agreement? There's a lot of uncertainty right now regarding how that's going to be implemented, if it's going to be able to meet some of the I guess, requirements that were agreed upon this past winter. And that's really going to dictate whether we see a substantial price recovery. Unfortunately, right now, the globe is kind of awash in our key commodities. When you look at the latest numbers the USDA has released, globally right now, we're sitting on about 13.4 billion bushels of corn, 3.6 billion bushels of soybeans, 99 million bales of cotton, and 11.4 billion bushels of wheat. Those are very large numbers from a historical standpoint. And if we see demand being restored, that's just going to continue to amplify as we move through the 2020 crop. So there is the potential that we could end up seeing some moderate price increases if we get the economy back on track, and we end up getting some additional export sales to China and other parts of the world. But as of right now, until we end up getting a better understanding of where we are on the demand side and also how the 2020 crop proceeds domestically, it seems that we're going to probably be in a reduced price environment for the near and extended future.
Well, hopefully we can start getting some increase in prices. I'm sure the producers would love that. Well, thank you so much to Dr. Smith, and thank you to the viewers for watching Crops, Cattle, and Charley. We hope you enjoyed it, and you'll watch the next one. Thank you.